Hey, how would you like to get your first HMO, House of Multiple Occupancy property in your portfolio using other people's money and getting a staggering £18,000 off the asking price? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. I'm here with one of my personal graduates, Andrew, and we are going to do a deep dive on his first HMO project. Hey, look, if you are new to this channel, smash the subscribe button and the notification bell, and feel free to leave us some questions or comment shares down below.
Very so welcome to Mr. Leon Ryan!
So let's get straight into it. First HMO. Andrew, it is a pleasure, my man,
How you doing, mate? You all right?
to have you in with us today. It's been a journey, right? It's been a journey. It's mad to think that I now, and Jay and the team, we mentor you in property, but we actually first met probably many years ago because obviously I run events up and down the UK, and you've always been my go-to AV specialist. So, you know, AV specialist, now turned property investor. I know you've done a few deals in the past, but look, where was your mindset at a year ago, you know, before you decided to work closely with, you know, me and Jay and the rest of the team?
Yeah, my mindset was obviously during, you know, when the pandemic hit, I realised that my business couldn't support me. And I effectively had one income stream.
Right.
And then that's what, you know, I'd known about AFL for 7 years now. You guys been going, you know, from strength to strength, and realised that I had to generate another income stream. Okay. And AFL was the only place I was going.
It was quite scary, wasn't it? For many, many people, you know, going into that lockdown a couple of years ago, it was like, holy crap, you know, people lost their jobs, people lost their businesses. Most people know how to make money in some form, not a lot of money, a lot of people, but how do you manage it? How do you multiply it? And it caught a lot of people off guard. And, you know, many people up and down the UK now are like, right, we got to do something different.
100%.
And I've got this saying, as you know, income follows assets. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter, getting your money working for you. So look, you know, when you first came into this process with us, I know you were very much going to maybe looking at some single lets and small refurbs. How come you've now jumped straight into a 6-bedroom full HMO conversion?
Well, I think what AFL taught me to do immediately was to look at the assets I've got and how to monetize those. So I had a 2-bed flat in Chinkford. We rented that out. That gave me £600 cash flow a month, which immediately took the burden off my business a little bit. I then, you know, took my bounce back loan and used that effectively to buy another property, a buy-to-let downstairs. So I've acquired the asset. It's not cash flowing particularly well at the moment, but that's fine. And then I started to realise that perhaps single lets, you know, flips, buy-to-lets, there wasn't really enough meat in the bone, but that's where my mindset was at the time when I first joined AFL, and it took me quite a while to change that mindset, which I'll come on to in a minute. So I went through various strategies. You know, I love the idea of commercial shops into residential. They were quite hard to come by. They were, you know, the market was popular, and they were going at asking price really, or above asking price. And then, and it took me the process of being with them at AFL, going to the inner circle meetings, being around really successful entrepreneurs that have smashed it. There's no two ways about it. In SA, in HMOs, in you know, just the amount of deals they're doing, frankly. It took me to be in that environment to then expand my mindset into, well, actually, these big deals, what I perceived as big deals, are doable. And I can do them, and then perhaps not as scary as they seem. So you know, it took a while.
So I just take the plunge now. Take the plunge and go for it. Because, like you say, you've had some experience with doing some small refurbs, and look, a HMO. Hey, you're not building houses. You're not doing a huge commercial conversion. It's definitely doable. Definitely doable with the right team around you. So Take us back to the moment that you got your offer accepted and off the market for your HMO conversion. How did that make you feel?
Oh, geez, I was elated. I think I made a Facebook post saying this is one of the best days of my life.
Wow. Why would it be one of your best days of your life?
Just because I realised that I'm edging closer towards my goals.
Perfect.
And actually...
And what are some of your goals?
Well, to become financially free,
Yeah.
time free effectively.
Time freedom.
And then to do the same for my family.
Yeah.
And then it's, then the world's my oyster, really.
World's your oyster, yeah. Well, income follows assets. The more
Yeah.
assets you have, the more income you get.
Yeah.
That gives you the freedom and the time. And
Yeah.
I really think that's what a lot of people in the UK are looking for now. You know, certainly where we've found ourselves, you know, cost of living crisis, inflation at its highest rate in 40 years, interest rates on the move, the pound worth far less today than what it was 5 or 10 years ago. And the reality is you've got to grab the bull by the horns.
Yeah.
And you got to do something different in order to get something different. And you're a prime example of just saying, you know what, I'm going to run with it. I'm going to give it a go and see what's what. So offer's been accepted. Is it a 3-bed house right now, a 4-bed house?
It's 3-bed semi-detached. The offer's been accepted. It's been removed from the market. Just had architectural plans drawn up. So yeah, we're focusing on completion.
Great. And just so everyone clear, what is a HMO? A HMO is a house in multiple occupancy.
Yeah.
And it's where you rent the rooms out to tenants on a AST, a standard tenancy contract. And then you as the property owner, you then cover the bills, you cover the council tax. I believe that's what you're doing on yours.
Yep, and I just wanted to explain, you know, HMOs, houses of multiple occupancy, they've been getting quite a bad rap or reputation over the years because they've been around a long while, and actually the standard is quite low, and that's why people are wary of them or stay away from them.
Yeah, people think they're either a drug den or they're
just for students. It's all shared bathrooms, shared kitchens, and actually what we want to do, which is why I'm quite passionate about this now, is to raise the standard of HMOs. So all of our rooms will have en suites. Laptop culture has changed, you know, so a table and 2 chairs, and we're actually going to put in small kitchenettes in each of the rooms as well.
So almost like self-contained units. Almost like self-contained units. And if you look at where you're doing this, and let's say, well, you're going to do that, where will that position you in the market?
Well, we're in the top 1%.
You'll be in the top 1%.
100%. Great. Everyone I've shown the design to have been wowed, frankly.
Fantastic.
And so going back to what you said about people struggling with inflation and cost of living and all the rest of it, actually we're providing a shortage of housing. Let's not forget that. You know, the government's not building anywhere near the amount of housing they said. We're actually providing a solution for these people that can't afford to buy on their own or rent a flat on their own. And so it's exciting.
So you're going out to like working professionals?
Definitely working professionals.
So working professionals.
Definitely working professionals.
That have got good jobs, earn good money, can afford to pay the rent. And something which I teach, and it's great that you've took it on board, is about creating an environment in the house where it's like co-living. It's not just, hey, here's your room. It's like everyone in the house working together, helping each other out. And I love the fact that you've gone for a high standard, because, you know, for those people that do that, you're going to get better quality tenants. They're going to pay you more. You'll keep them for longer.
That's right.
You'll get good word of mouth. And then when you bang out number 2, number 3, number 4, people are just going to come flocking to you. Absolutely. Now, what would you say to anyone here today that wants to do a HMO, but they haven't got any build experience or refurb experience? How would somebody combat that?
You definitely, like I did, you need to go out and find people that have done it before. They've walked the walk. They know all the mistakes. They can handhold you through it. You know, they can help you analyse that deal, make sure it stacks. You know, there's all legalities. Is it Article 4? Is it not Article 4? There's things that you need to know, especially in terms of the build costs as well. You know, how to calculate that. But yeah, find someone that's been there and done it. You know, don't try and do this on your own. Find some good mentors, find some good coaches, join something like Assets for Life, and yeah, immerse yourself in that environment, and it won't be anywhere near as hard as you think it'll be.
And it's really about having the belief before the skill set. Have the belief before the skill set, make a decision, and then just go and find great deals. Now, you've got £18,000 off the asking price How the hell did you do that?
Luck. No. A bit of hard negotiation, finding out what the seller wanted. The seller wasn't in a chain, they wanted a quick sale. There was some damp in the building, which was putting a lot of prospective buyers off.
Interesting.
And actually the damp was not bad. It's a couple of £1,000s to solve the problem. So asking the question that I learned from, AFL, how much to take the property?
Now?
How much to do?
What's your best price to do now? And they came back at 182.
And don't focus too much on what you're going to pay for the property. Focus more on what's the GDV. How much is the property worth after I've done all of the refurb? That's
so is your aim to follow buy, refurbish, refinance, and then refinance the property once you've got the uplift in value?
Yes, so it's converted to a 6-bed HMO under permitted development rights. Then we'll apply for sui generis, the 7th bedroom.
Great.
And once we get that, we'll refinance the whole deal and pay back the investors.
And if you get sui generis, and even if you don't actually, you could go to someone like Shawbrook Bank, and they could give you a commercial valuation.
Yes.
So then they'll value it on the rent roll rather than the bricks and mortar. And as long as your rental income stacks up, which it will on 6 or 7 professional tenants, there's a good chance. Have you had a look at that? Are you able to pull out all the money? Are you going to be leaving some money on the deal? On
the 7th bed is like the icing on the cake, if you know what I mean. So I'm making sure it stacks as a 6th bed.
Yeah.
It depends how well I can manage the build team.
Right.
There may be some money left in the deal, but my goal as a property investor is to get as close to all money out as possible. And I'm fairly confident I can do that.
And hey, look, anyone tuning into this right now, if you don't know what we're talking about, money left in, money left out, buy, refurbish, refinance, the aim of the game as property investors, when we're buying something, we want to buy a dirty, horrible, smelly, disgusting house or a property where we could add some form of value. Either that's an extension, new bathroom, new kitchen, going into the loft, taking a residential property, turning it into a multi-let HMO that can then get valued commercially. And if you're able to add enough value into the property, then when you refinance, the aim of the game is to get your original investment, your deposit and refurb costs back out. But like you say, even if you leave, let's just say you leave 12 grand in the deal, what's the rental income net profit per month expected
net profit's
to be?
About 1,100.
Okay.
So
12K.
So a year.
So 1 year, you've got all money back out.
Got cash flow
Even
in
if it's
HMO.
2 years, you got all money back out in 2 years. Even if it's 3 years, you got all money back out in 3 years. And what's going to happen to the prices of property? Yes, we have ups and we have downs, but over a long period of time, the property value will continue to rise, and also rents are going to continue to rise.
Absolutely.
I just think it's incredible, Andrew, how you've stepped up. It's not been fast for you. You've certainly had a lot of mindset stuff going on and trying to spin a lot of plates. And you've had moments where you've been full throttle and then you've gone on the missing list for a few months. And then you've been back at it. But what I've seen in the last 4 or 5 months is like you're back in the game.
Yeah.
And we're starting to see more consistency with you, which is great. Showing up for your mentoring sessions, turning up to the masterminds, putting in offers. And I feel like, I don't know how you feel, but I feel there's been like a switch.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I think I've just got seriously and finally.
Got serious. Enough being fucking sick and tired of being sick and tired.
And I think the world's opened up a bit as well. Like, it's compounding, isn't it? The teachings are sinking in, the learnings are sinking in. It's taken 12 months for it to get to where I am now. But what I'm realising is once this one's out the way, wow, we're going commercial to HMO.
Yes,
we're going. There's tons of commercial property out
and
there.
look, my view, in the next few months, there's going to be a big correction. A lot of people are going to be scared.
Yeah.
And you look at property investors, and I wasn't one of them at the time, but I wish I was. You look at people that bought up in 2009, 2010 in the last big recession, and I think this one could be bigger and longer. Multi-millionaires are going to be made over these next 1 or 2 years. So in my view, there's never a better time ever than to start understanding property investing, laying the foundations, choosing the strategy, positioning yourself. And like Andrew, he just did this a few hours a week, part-time alongside his job and business. Just how has your experience been with me and Jay and the whole team over the last couple of years?
Yeah, really enjoyed it. You know, you guys have been great. You're always there. If anything, it's not a case of you guys haven't got the expertise. It's the fact that the students, i.e. myself, didn't put the work in. You know, there's a plethora of knowledge and advice and help and whatever you need, frankly, they're there all the time. They'll work harder than you. The question is how hard I will work, as I've learned.
We're always there, right?
As I've learned.
You know, when you show up, we are there showing up as well, and we'll always push you and encourage you. But I think it's been an incredible journey so far. Many, many, many more years to come. Well done. You should be really proud of yourselves. And hey, if we can do it, other people can do it too. If you was to share a few words of wisdom or inspiration or top tips with our amazing audience, what would you share?
There's no right time to buy property, is there?
Yeah.
The only time is now. And actually, just bolting on to what Liam's just said, you know, the people that did make money in 2009 and 10, huge amounts of money, they were preparing for it at least 6 months, a year in advance. So if this crash is coming in 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, the only time really is right now. I don't think there is a better time to get involved.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to take you a little while to learn the skills and put the groundwork in, but you know, in 6 months' time, you'll be raising finances, you'll be finding there'll be deals everywhere, frankly. And this is a chance, probably a once in a decade, if not
10, 15 year chance
to actually change your life.
I'm like really excited about the property future.
Yeah.
I love the UK property market. It's one of the best and one of the strongest in the world. And you know, like Andrew, you can get started with no experience, lack of time. You can use other people's money. Andrew's actually raised, how much have you raised for that project?
40,000.
So Andrew even raised £40,000 from family members on a loan agreement to help him with the refurb. So you can also do this using none of your own money. But thanks for coming in today.
Pleasure.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Are you up for doing a catch up in 6-7 months?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, awesome, man. So big things on the horizon, I know for sure.
Yeah.
Keep up the great work, and obviously a real pleasure, my man, working with you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, honestly, awesome. Wow. I love these types of interviews with my personal graduates. If Andrew can do it, you can do it. Followed the process. Yes, had some ups and downs. This is certainly not the get rich quick strategy, but it is get rich for sure. And look, it takes time, depending on your strategy, depending on your background, it takes time, but this is a lot easier than grinding it out in a job or a business for the rest of your life with the view to go and retire on probably zero pension. This is your time, this is your moment. So hey, if you've loved this piece of content, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, leave us any questions or comments below, and hey, why not watch one of my next YouTube videos right now?